Education is key aspect of your life. It can develop your mind and personality. But what if the education is not given in a proper manner? Yes, we are talking about the madrasa's education. Many and including NCPCR thinks that madrasa's education is not fit for the children. Hello and welcome to the InNews series of Drishti IAS. I am Ritu and today's session is about madrasa education and why few authorities feel that this is unfit for education. And this session is important for your GS2 perspective. Moving towards the points of discussion part. So we'll discuss the news, then we are going to discuss about the highlights that what NCPCR has highlighted, and then we are going to discuss about right to education and what are the important provisions we have in the right to education. After that we are going to discuss practice question for prelims. Before that you have to like, share and subscribe to the Drishti IAS channel. Moving towards the news part. So this is the news. So authority which name is the National Commission for Protection of Child Rights had said that and has written to the Supreme Court that madrasa education is unsuitable and unfit for the children. And why it is written so, we are going to discuss in further slides. So we are going to discuss that what are the highlights of the whole discussion. The highlights of the whole discussion is that merely teaching a few NCERT books does not provide a proper education to the children. So what we have seen that because of recent controversy and various amendments and petition to the courts, the madrasa education had started that they will introduce NCERT books to their curriculum. But NCPCR thinks that merely introducing NCERT into their syllabus will not provide a proper education. The proper education does not confine to the books. It needs the experimental learning and it also needs the scientific and other co-curricular activities to develop students' minds and their personality. So this is also one of the thing. And it also highlighted major issues like unsuitable teachers, opaque funding, violation of land laws, lack of curriculum. So these are the basic things which has been highlighted by the NCPCR, and they said that the teachers appointed in madrasas are largely dependent on the conventional methods. And why NCPCR has objection with the conventional method? Sometimes you can also argue that conventional methods are also good for the teaching. It can be good for the teaching, but it should not be wholly conventional methods. We have to cope up and we have to come with a scientific learning which we are developing, and many new style of learning has been developed. So these students should not be deprived from all those set of the learning. We have a very projected kind of the system. We can see that various students are going on the field trips. They are organizing various social science exhibition, science exhibition. We can see various co-curricular activities where students are dancing, singing, playing. In that scenario, it lacks. So they had also highlighted that no extracurricular activities. So majority of the madrasas have no idea that how to conduct extracurricular activities. That's why these all madrasa education lacks what you can say different kind of field trips, science exhibition, sports events. And they also said that these, by not conducting such kind of things, the madrasa infringes the right of the children. And how they infringed the fundamental right of the children? Because they failed to provide the basic education to them. And they said that the children from different faiths of other than Islam, supposed in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh. So in madrasa education, not only students who are belonging to Islam community and who are the follower of Islamic community are attending. In Bihar and other states, what we have seen that students from different faiths are also attending the madrasa education. So they are saying that in such situation, they are imposing their religious education. And most of the madrasa education are dependent on the Qurans and Hadiths and different religious texts, which is fine, but they should not only teach such kind of the things. And NCPCR has also highlighted that by imposing such kind of religious education onto the non-Islamic children, they are violating their fundamental rights and they are violating the Article 28(3) of the Indian Constitution, which says that which upholds the right against the forced participation in religious institution and worship. So you already know that the Indian Constitution says that we do have this right that anybody wants to profess any kind of the religious faiths. They have the right to profess their religious faiths, but they cannot impose and they cannot forcefully say someone that you have to attend this religious procession and you have to forcefully take this religious education. So that's why NCPCR has think that, and they had thought that it had violated the Article 28(3) of the Indian Constitution, because they had forcefully imposing the religious institution and religious worshipping onto the children who are not followers of the Islam. So here there is a term which is the right to education, because NCPCR has also highlighted the issue of right to education, and it says that though we acknowledge this thing that right to education is not imposed on madrasas and madrasas are out of right to education, but what about the children who are studying in madrasa? They are the citizens of this country and they possess some fundamental rights, and right to education is their fundamental rights. And if they are not provided any fundamental rights, and if they are not provided suitable education according to their needs, it means that their fundamental rights are compromised. So this is the thing that NCPCR said, that children who attend these institutions would still be entitled under Article 21, which is right to life, and 21A, which is right to free and compulsory education of the Constitution. So they said that if madrasas are not under the ambit of right to education, it means that the children who are studying under the madrasas, their rights are compromised. And whatever the rights, the Article 21 and Article 21A of the Indian Constitution. So here we'll know about the significant provisions of right to education. So right to education provides free and compulsory education to the children who are under the 6 to 14 years of the age, and Article 21 of the Indian Constitution talk about that, and it enforces education as fundamental right. So this is very much important. And the Act also mandates that 25% of the reservation should be given to the disadvantaged section of the society, and among them we have SC, ST, socially backward students and differently abled students. So this is the important provision of right to education. And they also said that there should be also provision that students should get education according to their appropriate thing, and non-admitted child to be admitted to an age appropriate class. So this is also one of the provisions. And they had also said that there should be the financial binary and financial cooperation between the state and central government, so that they should cooperate the children's education and students' education. And they had also highlighted few other important points, that we should follow the curriculums, there should be the pupil-teacher ratio, there should be a proper classroom, ventilated space, there should be washroom. So all these provisions are written in the right to education. So these are the significant provision of right to education. Now we'll come to the question round. The question round is the Right to Education Act 2009 applies to children in which of the following age groups? 3 to 10 years, 6 to 18 years, 6 to 14 years, 0 to 18 years. So this is very basic. You can answer into the comment section. So this is all about the madrasa's education and why NCPCR has issues with madrasa education, because NCPCR thinks that madrasas are not providing the scientific education which students are entitled for. So there can be a various debates and discussion onto this, because so many religious communities says that it's their choice that they want to study in madrasas. But it's fine that it's their choice. But if they want to compete into this world and if they want to get a quality education, so madrasa is not giving the 10, 12 for the proper education and for any kind of things. They have to come to the normal schooling and they had to enroll in a regular school. And also they have a problem that many of the madrasas are not enrolled, not registered and unmapped. So this is also one of the problem, that they are not following the rules and regulation suggested by the government. And many madrasas follow and they are imparting the scientific education. But most of the madrasas are unmapped, unregulated in nature. So the government must intervene into the matter, and judiciary should also think about the future of the nation. So that's it about today's session. And I am saying that on 13 to 14 September, on the occasion of Hindi Divas, Drishti IAS has come up with this program and discount program, and Drishti IAS is providing 40% discount on all the online courses. If you want to avail any kind of discount benefits, link is in the description. Kindly avail from there. Thank you and have a nice day.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.